Many people believe that being rich means driving a luxury car, wearing expensive clothes, and posting pictures from exotic resorts. But the truth is, many who live like this are only accumulating liabilities, not assets. They work hard to maintain an expensive lifestyle, but they are not truly building wealth. On the other hand, real millionaires focus on assets that keep generating money even when they are not working. This is the big secret that separates those who merely look rich from those who actually are. The problem is that most people never learn about this in school. We grow up with a mindset of earning and spending money instead of making money work for us. This is why so many people struggle financially, even with good salaries. Without assets that generate passive income, any crisis can push someone from comfort to financial ruin in just a few months. Meanwhile, millionaires accumulate assets that pay their bills without needing to trade their time for money. The Bible teaches a fundamental principle about wealth. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Proverbs 13:22. This means that true wealth is not just about the present, but also about the future. Those who build wealth wisely think beyond their own consumption and create a lasting legacy. This is the mindset of real millionaires. While many chase quick money, the wise accumulate assets that grow over time. And the good news? You don't have to be born rich to build real wealth. There are accessible strategies to get started, from saving and investing wisely to creating multiple income streams. But to do this, you need to understand which assets make the rich even richer and how you can start using them to your advantage. And that's exactly what we're about to explore. Smart money. How to use cash as an opportunity tool. Many people misunderstand the role of cash in wealth building. Some believe that hoarding money makes them financially secure, while others assume that holding cash is useless due to inflation. The truth is, cash is neither an investment nor a liability. It is a tool. The wealthy use cash not to let it sit idle, but to position themselves for opportunities. The Bible teaches us a powerful lesson on this in Ecclesiastes 11:2. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Wise people diversify, but they also keep reserves, ready to act when others are unprepared. Consider this. If you had a significant amount of cash during the 2008 financial crisis, you could have bought real estate for pennies on the dollar. If you had liquidity when the stock market crashed in 2020, you could have invested in strong companies at deep discounts. Proverbs 21:20 warns us, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." The rich do not just spend everything they have or chase quick profits. Instead, they store up resources so that when the right moment comes, they can seize opportunities while others panic. However, cash left in the wrong place is dangerous. Money sitting in a low-interest account, or worse, under a mattress, loses its purchasing power daily. Jesus illustrated this principle in the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30, where the servant who buried his talent instead of multiplying it was called wicked and lazy. This is why the wealthy keep their cash in high-yield savings accounts, money market funds, or short-term investments. This way, their money remains available, but is still growing and not melting away due to inflation. Having cash is like having oil in your lamp. In Matthew 25:1-13, Jesus tells the parable of the 10 virgins. The wise ones kept their lamps filled with oil, while the foolish ones were unprepared when the bridegroom arrived. In financial terms, cash is that oil. It prepares you for moments when unexpected opportunities arise. Those who are ready will prosper, while those who ignore this principle will find themselves desperate when the time comes. And as we move forward, you'll see how the right assets, when combined with biblical wisdom and smart cash management, create unstoppable financial growth. Real estate, the secret formula of millionaire investors. Real estate has been one of the most powerful wealth-building tools throughout history. The Bible itself highlights the value of land as an asset. God repeatedly promised land as a blessing to his people. Genesis 12:7, Deuteronomy 8:7-9. Unlike money, which can lose value, and businesses, which can fail, real estate is a tangible, income-generating asset that can last for generations. Millionaire investors understand this and use real estate not just as a place to live, but as a vehicle to create passive income, appreciation, and tax advantages. One of the greatest financial advantages of real estate is that it works for you. A rental property generates cash flow every month, whether you're actively working or not. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." Unlike a job that only pays as long as you work, a well-managed rental property can provide income for generations. Additionally, history shows that real estate values tend to increase over time, making it one of the safest and most reliable ways to grow wealth. Beyond rental income, real estate offers massive tax benefits. In Deuteronomy 28:12, God promises to bless the work of our hands and make us lenders, not borrowers. Smart investors use legal tax deductions, such as depreciation, mortgage interest write-offs, and property expenses to keep more of their earnings. Some even use real estate investments to legally reduce their taxable income, allowing them to reinvest and multiply their wealth faster. The best part? You don't need to be rich to start investing in real estate. Many successful investors began with small rental properties or house hacking strategies, buying a multi-unit property, living in one unit, and renting out the others. Others partner with investors or use creative financing methods to acquire properties with little upfront capital. The key is to start small, stay disciplined, and think long-term. As we move forward, you'll see how millionaires combine real estate with other income-generating assets to accelerate their financial growth. Bonds and fixed income. How to build a secure and profitable cash flow. While most people chase risky investments hoping for big returns, the wealthy understand the power of stability and consistent income. Bonds and fixed income assets provide a reliable stream of passive income, and they have been used by nations, corporations, and even biblical figures to preserve and multiply wealth. Proverbs 21:5 reminds us, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." Instead of chasing fast profits, the rich position themselves with assets that pay them consistently over time. Bonds work by lending money to governments, corporations, or municipalities in exchange for regular interest payments. The Bible emphasizes the wisdom of lending rather than borrowing. Deuteronomy 15:6 says, "For the Lord your God will bless you as he has promised, and you will lend to many nations but will borrow from none." The rich leverage this principle by investing in government bonds, treasuries, corporate bonds, and tax-free municipal bonds, ensuring they receive steady income while keeping their principal secure. One of the biggest advantages of bonds is their ability to generate tax-efficient income. Many high-income investors use municipal bonds, munis, to earn tax-free interest, allowing them to keep more of their profits. Others strategically use bonds to balance their investment portfolios, reducing risk during economic downturns. Ecclesiastes 7:12 tells us, "Wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter, but the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves the life of its possessor." The wealthy know that a diversified income strategy protects them from uncertainty and helps preserve wealth for future generations. However, bonds should not be used in isolation. Instead, they should be part of a larger financial strategy, one that combines security with high-growth assets. While many ignore bonds in pursuit of higher returns, smart investors use them to create a solid financial foundation. As we move forward, you'll see how the rich strategically combine bonds, stocks, and real estate to build unstoppable streams of wealth. Stocks and real estate investment trusts, REITs, how the rich profit without working. Owning stocks is one of the fastest and most effective ways to build wealth, and the rich know this well. The stock market is where businesses raise capital, and investors become owners of valuable companies without having to run them. This aligns with biblical wisdom. Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, "Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed." The rich invest in multiple companies knowing that over time, some will grow exponentially and create life-changing wealth. One of the biggest secrets of the wealthy is owning dividend-paying stocks. Instead of relying only on stock price appreciation, they invest in companies that pay them cash every quarter, regardless of market conditions. This passive income grows over time and can eventually replace a paycheck. Proverbs 13:11 states, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." Dividend stocks allow investors to accumulate wealth steadily without excessive risk. For those who want to profit from real estate without owning physical properties, real estate investment trusts, REITs, are a powerful option. These publicly traded funds own income-generating properties such as apartments, shopping centers, and office buildings. The best part? REITs are legally required to pay out 90% of their profits to investors. This means you can earn real estate income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or large down payments. Just as Joseph stored up grain in Egypt to ensure prosperity during famine, Genesis 41, 48, 49, investors use REITs to store up wealth in profitable real estate markets. The key to building wealth through stocks and REITs is long-term ownership and consistent reinvestment. Many of the world's wealthiest individuals, from Warren Buffett to Jeff Bezos, became rich by holding onto valuable stocks for decades. Instead of trying to time the market, The rich focus on owning assets that increase in value and generate passive income. And as we move forward, you'll see how index funds and ETFs make it even easier to build wealth with minimal effort. Index funds and ETFs, the shortcut to long-term wealth. The stock market can be intimidating, especially for beginners. Many people lose money trying to pick individual stocks, but the rich follow a different strategy, owning the entire market. This is where index funds and ETFs, exchange-traded funds, come in. Ecclesiastes 11:2 teaches, invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Instead of betting everything on one stock, index funds spread investments across hundreds of companies, creating stability and growth over time. Index funds and ETFs work by tracking the performance of an entire stock market index, such as the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ 100. This means that when the economy grows, your investments grow too. Proverbs 6:8 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." The wealthy apply this principle by automatically investing in index funds, allowing their money to compound for decades without constant monitoring. One of the biggest advantages of index funds is low cost and high diversification. Traditional mutual funds charge high fees that eat away at returns, but index funds keep costs low while still providing exposure to some of the most successful businesses in the world. Many investors follow a simple but powerful strategy. Consistently invest in index funds every month, regardless of market conditions. Over time, this method outperforms most active traders, proving that slow and steady wins the race. The beauty of ETFs is that they also allow targeted investing in different sectors, such as technology, healthcare, or real estate. This means you can customize your portfolio while still maintaining diversification. By combining index funds, ETFs, and dividend-paying stocks, the rich create an automated wealth-building machine that requires little effort but delivers massive results. And as we move forward, you'll see how commodities and real assets play a crucial role in protecting and multiplying wealth. Commodities and hard assets. Protection against crises and inflation. The wealthy don't just invest in stocks and real estate, they also own tangible assets that hold value during economic downturns. The Bible teaches us to be prepared for uncertain times, just like Joseph in Egypt, who stored grain during years of abundance to survive famine. Genesis 41:48-49. Commodities like gold, silver, oil, and agricultural products have been valuable for centuries because they retain purchasing power even when currencies lose value. That's why smart investors use commodities to protect their wealth from inflation and financial crises. Gold, for example, has been a store of value since biblical times. In Haggai 2:8, God declares, "The silver is mine and the gold is mine, declares the Lord Almighty." Unlike paper money, which governments can print endlessly, gold is scarce, making it a powerful hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. Many investors hold a portion of their wealth in gold or silver as financial insurance. When markets crash, these metals often rise in value, balancing out losses in other investments. Beyond precious metals, oil and agricultural commodities play a crucial role in global wealth. Proverbs 27:23-24 advises, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks, give careful attention to your herds, for riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations." This wisdom applies to commodities. Understanding supply and demand can help investors capitalize on price movements in energy, food, and industrial materials. Many of the world's wealthiest individuals and nations invest heavily in oil, farmland, and other hard assets for long-term security. While commodities don't generate passive income like stocks or real estate, they serve as a wealth preservation tool. When combined with dividend stocks, bonds, and real estate, commodities help create a resilient portfolio that can weather any economic storm. This is why the rich don't rely on just one type of asset. They diversify across multiple wealth-building vehicles, ensuring they thrive in both good times and bad. And as we move forward, you'll see how intellectual property can generate wealth for generations without requiring physical ownership. Intellectual property, the invisible wealth that generates millions. One of the most overlooked wealth-building assets is intellectual property, IP. Unlike physical assets, IP generates income without requiring direct labor or physical management. The Bible teaches the importance of wisdom and knowledge as lasting riches. Proverbs 8:12-18 says, "I, wisdom, dwell with prudence. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. The rich understand this principle and invest in patents, copyrights, trademarks, books, music, and digital content that generate passive income for years or even generations. Think about it. Every time a song is played, a book is sold, or a movie is streamed, someone is earning money. Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, and the Beatles' estates still generate millions every year because of intellectual property rights. The same applies to authors, inventors, and business owners who develop brands, products, or technologies that continue making money long after their initial creation. Proverbs 22:29 says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings." Those who develop valuable knowledge and skills can create intellectual assets that grow in value over time. Even in the business world, IP plays a massive role in wealth creation. Companies like Apple, Tesla, and Microsoft are not just valuable because of their products, but because of their patents, trademarks, and proprietary technology. Many investors buy stocks in tech and pharmaceutical companies specifically because of the long-term value of their intellectual property. The Bible highlights this principle in Ecclesiastes 7:12. "Wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves those who have it." Unlike physical wealth that can fade, knowledge-based assets keep producing wealth indefinitely. The best part? You don't need to be a billionaire to start leveraging intellectual property. Creating an online course, writing an ebook, building a brand, or licensing creative work can all become sources of passive income. Instead of just consuming knowledge, the wealthy learn how to package and sell it. And as we move forward, you'll see how cryptocurrency and digital assets are reshaping modern wealth creation. Cryptocurrency. The new digital wealth? In recent years, cryptocurrency has emerged as a new frontier in wealth creation, sparking debates on whether it is a revolutionary asset or just another financial bubble. While many remain skeptical, the wealthy have quietly positioned themselves to benefit from the rise of blockchain technology. The Bible teaches us to be discerning and study opportunities carefully. Proverbs 14:15 says, "The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps." Smart investors don't blindly follow trends. They research, understand risks, and strategically invest in the future. Unlike traditional assets, cryptocurrencies operate on decentralized networks, meaning they are not controlled by banks or governments. This aligns with biblical principles of financial independence and stewardship. Proverbs 22:7 warns, "The borrower is servant to the lender." Many people see crypto as an opportunity to take control of their financial future without reliance on centralized institutions. Bitcoin, for example, has been called digital gold because of its scarcity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, making it a deflationary asset in a world where paper money is constantly being printed. However, crypto investing is not without risk. Many people lose money chasing speculative tokens or following hype without understanding what they are investing in. The Bible teaches us to be wise and patient. Proverbs 28:20 says, "A faithful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished." Wealthy investors approach crypto cautiously, focusing on long-term value rather than short-term speculation. They diversify, invest in reputable projects, and avoid the emotional roller coaster of the market. For those who invest wisely, crypto can be a tool for wealth creation, not just through price appreciation, but also through staking, mining, and blockchain-based businesses. The future of finance is shifting, and the rich are paying attention. However, true financial success comes from combining new opportunities with time-tested biblical principles. And as we move forward, you'll see how collectibles and luxury assets can also be powerful investment vehicles for long-term wealth. Collectibles and luxury assets. Hidden wealth in art, watches, and cars. The wealthy don't just invest in traditional assets like stocks and real estate. They also preserve wealth in rare, valuable collectibles. Art, classic cars, fine wine, luxury watches, and rare memorabilia have become alternative investment vehicles that appreciate over time. The Bible reminds us of the value of rare treasures. Proverbs 24:4 says, "By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches." Wealthy investors understand that some physical assets not only retain value, but also increase in worth due to scarcity and demand. Take fine art as an example. Paintings by Picasso, Van Gogh, and Monet have increased in value exponentially over the years, with some works selling for hundreds of millions of dollars. Similarly, the market for luxury watches from Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet has exploded, as these brands are known for limited production and increasing rarity. In the same way that King Solomon stored vast amounts of gold and silver, 1 Kings 10:21-23, today's wealthy store value in tangible sought-after assets. Classic cars and rare collectibles can also generate massive returns. Certain Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Porsches have appreciated far beyond their original purchase price, making them better investments than many stocks. Proverbs 13:22 teaches, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." Collectibles, when managed wisely, can be passed down as generational assets, holding and even increasing their value over time. However, investing in collectibles requires expertise and patience. Unlike stocks or bonds, these assets are illiquid, meaning they cannot be sold instantly for cash. The rich study the markets carefully, work with experts, and buy assets that have long-term historical demand. When combined with other investments, collectibles become a powerful diversification tool. And as we move forward, you'll see how building a business remains one of the fastest paths to financial freedom. Building a business. The fastest path to financial freedom. The vast majority of the world's wealthiest individuals did not build their fortune by working a job, they built businesses. Whether it's tech giants like Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Elon Musk, Tesla, or Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, or smaller entrepreneurs who create profitable local businesses, one thing is clear: owning a business is one of the fastest ways to build wealth. The Bible encourages entrepreneurship. Proverbs 14:23 says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." Business owners create value, provide services, and multiply wealth by leveraging systems, employees, and assets. One of the greatest advantages of owning a business is that it allows you to scale your income beyond your personal time and effort. When you work a job, your income is capped by the number of hours you can work. But when you own a business, your earnings can grow exponentially through employees, automation, and passive revenue streams. This is why Proverbs 22:29 states, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before obscure men." The rich use their skills to build businesses that serve thousands or even millions of people, creating wealth for themselves and others. Businesses also come with massive financial advantages, including tax benefits, the ability to reinvest profits, and access to capital. Many successful entrepreneurs start small but reinvest their earnings into expansion, allowing their business to grow over time. Ecclesiastes 11:6 teaches, "Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed." This is why many successful people start multiple businesses, diversifying their income streams. The good news? You don't need millions to start a business. Many of today's richest individuals began with little capital, but used knowledge, persistence, and strategy to grow. With the rise of online businesses, digital products, and automation, it's easier than ever to create a business that works for you, even while you sleep. And as we move forward, you'll see how tax-advantaged accounts can help you keep more of what you earn and grow your wealth even faster. Tax-advantaged accounts: how the rich avoid taxes and multiply their money. One of the biggest secrets of the wealthy is that they don't just focus on making money, they focus on keeping it. While most people work hard only to lose a significant portion of their income to taxes, the rich strategically use tax-advantaged accounts to grow their wealth faster. The Bible speaks about the importance of wise financial management. Proverbs 27:23 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds." Just as a shepherd carefully manages his sheep, the wealthy carefully structure their finances to minimize unnecessary losses. Tax-advantaged accounts like 401(k)s, IRAs, Roth IRAs, HSAs, and defined benefit plans allow money to grow either tax-deferred or tax-free, making them incredibly powerful wealth-building tools. For example, a Roth IRA lets investors grow their investments tax-free, meaning they will never owe the government a portion of their profits. This aligns with the biblical principle of stewardship and long-term planning. Genesis 41:34-36 tells how Joseph stored up grain during years of abundance to prepare for the future. Similarly, tax-advantaged accounts allow investors to store wealth efficiently, ensuring they have more when they need it most. The difference between someone who invests inside a tax-advantaged account and someone who doesn't can be worth millions over time. Consider this. If two people invest the same amount, but one has their earnings taxed every year while the other grows tax-free, the tax-free investor will accumulate significantly more wealth over decades. Ecclesiastes 7:12 says, "Wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter, but the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves those who have it." The rich use financial wisdom to legally protect and multiply their earnings, while the uninformed lose much of their potential wealth to taxes. By using retirement accounts, health savings accounts, and other tax-efficient strategies, the wealthy ensure that more of their money stays invested and continues to compound. The key is not just to earn more, but to optimize your financial strategy. And as we move forward, we'll look at the most valuable asset of all, the knowledge and skills that can generate wealth for a lifetime. Knowledge and skills, the greatest asset you can have. Of all the wealth-building strategies, nothing surpasses the power of knowledge and skills. The Bible repeatedly emphasizes that wisdom is more valuable than gold and silver. Proverbs 16:16 says, "How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver." The wealthy understand that while money and material possessions can be lost, knowledge can never be taken away. Those who continually learn, adapt, and refine their skills will always find ways to generate wealth. Consider this: a person with financial knowledge will always find new opportunities, whether through investing, entrepreneurship, or high-income skills. On the other hand, someone who relies only on a paycheck and lacks financial education will struggle, no matter how much they earn. Hosea 4:6 warns, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." This is why the rich invest heavily in self-education, books, mentors, and courses, knowing that one piece of the right information can change their financial future forever. Many of the world's wealthiest individuals started with nothing but knowledge. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science. Warren Buffett read over 500 pages a day to master investing. And successful entrepreneurs constantly study business and market trends. The Bible encourages this mindset. Proverbs 18:15 says, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out." The difference between success and failure is not luck. It is the willingness to seek knowledge and apply it strategically. The best part? Anyone can invest in knowledge, regardless of their financial situation. Reading books on investing and business, learning new high-income skills, and surrounding yourself with wise mentors are steps that can dramatically increase your earning potential. This is why education is the one investment that always provides a guaranteed return. As we conclude, we'll bring everything together and outline a clear path to building wealth like the rich, so you can start applying these strategies today. Now that you've seen the 12 assets that make the rich even richer, one thing should be clear: true wealth is not about luck, it's about strategy. The Bible teaches us that financial success is a result of wisdom, discipline, and long-term vision. Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." The wealthy do not build their fortunes overnight. They carefully accumulate assets, diversify their income streams, and protect their wealth through solid financial planning. The difference between those who remain poor and those who build lasting wealth is not just how much they earn, but how they use their money. Most people spend all their income on liabilities that decrease in value, while the rich invest in assets that generate more income. The Bible warns against living only for the moment without financial wisdom. Proverbs 13:11 says, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." The rich follow this principle by continuously reinvesting and allowing their wealth to compound over time. Now here's the real question. Which of these 12 assets are you already investing in? Have you started building passive income sources, or is all your money still going toward expenses? Have you positioned yourself to take advantage of financial opportunities, or are you still stuck in the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck? The good news is that it's never too late to start. The path to financial freedom is open to anyone willing to learn, take action, and apply biblical principles to money management. Write in the comments, "My assets will be for the glory of God." See how this powerful declaration will transform your finances and business from now on. So, what will be your next step? Are you ready to start investing in your future? Let me know in the comments which of these assets you plan to focus on first. And if you found this information valuable, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos that will help you grow financially and spiritually. Let's build wealth with wisdom together.